Good evening. Today I was so much surprised to see that one of the key figures in Rift Valley province, or to be more specific, the larger part of Mount Kenya, MP for Matiang'i, was the man who received Fred Okengo Matiang'i in one of the churches at Elbagon. And this brings me to this question. Did really the former President Uhuru Kenyatta retire? In this episode, I'm going to demonstrate fully that the former President Uhuru Kenyatta is there live and actively involved in the Kenyan politics, probably through proxies, and his voice cannot be wished away. Function in one of the Mount Kenya areas, key areas, whereby Dr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i attended a church function and Njenga Mugai received him. In this episode, I'm going to demonstrate, as indicated earlier, that the Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta is working day and night to ensure that his wishes are fully met. But who is this Njenga Mugai? Of course, Njenga Mugai is a former member of parliament for Moro. Actually, during the activism towards multi-partyism in Kenya in 1990s, early 1990s, Njenga Mugai was one of the few individuals who had the courage to stand and speak their mind to the president, to the very president, President Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. Say that Njenga Mugai actually inspired me in political activities. I think my network is not properly working, and therefore I need to fix it. It's coming better. Okay. There seems to be some network issues. I'm not and the way the topic is planning, what's happening? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think I should continue, despite the fact that I can see there are some challenges. I wanted to begin by actually introducing who the Honorable Njenga Mungai is hoping that the network issues will not disturb any further. Njenga Mungai, one can liken him to a mugumo tree. Actually, is a person who was or who has been in leadership and has got that respect in the mountain, the site of Nakuru. Is a well respected man, and one can say that Njenga Mungai is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's mouthpiece. Remember the time of handshake between Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga. Njenga Mungai is the man who fully supported that, and when Njenga Mungai speaks from that side of the mountain, it means that that has been accepted. But will Njenga Mungai add value to Fred Okengo Matiang'i? So that will be my center of discussion. Personally, when I was young, Njenga Mungai, when I was schooling in primary school, Njenga Mungai was my member of parliament. And as I was saying earlier, he inspired me to matters in relation to politics, because I came to understand, or I so much admired him when they came in to do a fancy drive in our school together with Samuel Gishuru, the former managing director of Kenya Power. So what I saw then motivated me to work or to align myself to issues or to academics on the political side. Njenga Mungai is a man during the Moi regime could speak his mind, his thought, while many of the members of parliament during those days could not utter any word. So, is a man who could hide in parliament when he had done something. Is a man who was at the peak of politics during the ethnic crashes in Moro, when some of us hear of Moro victims. Is the man who was a member of parliament during that time. So he had to do all he can to ensure that there was peace. And because of that, the respect that he gained during those days, even today, he has much say in relation to the Kikuyu, can say in the diaspora, the Raja Mountain. So is the man bringing anything to Fred Okengo Matiang'i, because he is the man who received Fred Okengo Matiang'i today. One, Njenga Mungai brings to Fred Okengo Matiang'i the experience to work in a multi-ethnic community. Moro constituency is a face of Kenya. You will find most communities, the Wus, the Kisis, Kikuyus, the Kalenjins, and many others are within that area, reside there. Therefore, he will give him ways, he will give him routes on how to navigate such area which has got so many communities. And probably Fred Okengo Matiang'i can draw an example from Moro constituency or Elbagon and Njenga Mungai can advise him how he has been able to survive with several, or how he was able to survive with the several communities living in that area, and was being elected even during the time when there were crashes in the Republic of Kenya. That is ethnic crashes. Mkangu Peter, hello, I salute you too, and of course welcome to our channel. This is Machuka Nyariko TV talk show, and today I'm just trying to look at whether the former member of parliament for Moro constituency, that is Njenga Mungai, who did welcome or receive Fred Okengo Matiang'i in Moro constituency today, or in Elbaron. I'm not sure today whether Elbaron is within Moro constituency, has got any impact. But from what I've begun with, the man has got experience, because Elbaron, Moro constituency, Kuresoi, Kamwora, and those other places near Mariashane forest, those places are occupied by different people from the Republic of Kenya, and this man was able to man them. So Fred Okengo Matiang'i has been a technocrat, and by him associating himself with federal politicians so as to acquire knowledge on how to approach a multi-ethnic community is a tick for him. This man is not just Njenga Mungai. That's another reason. Njenga Mungai is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's mouthpiece. They have worked with him. Njenga Mungai worked with his father, with Uhuru Kenyatta's father. He also worked with Kenyatta, the son. So, and Uhuru Kenyatta, since he was from presidents the other day, tomorrow he cannot just wake up to start campaigning seriously for his preferred candidate, of course, who is Matiang'i. Uhuru Kenyatta will use proxies, and one of his proxies is Njenga Mungai. And this affirms that there is some aspects of Matiang'i, because Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's friends, most of them are working closely with Fred Okengo Matiang'i, and Fred Okengo Matiang'i worked with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's friends. So what I can learn from there is that there are some aspects of Matiang'i which these individuals admire, because if he was a bad person, then they could not listen to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, because Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is not in power. But there are some aspects of goodness which some of us who are not in that government can see. So the coming in of Njenga Mungai to welcome Fred Okengo Matiang'i, who is not from his community. Remember, I said not Njenga Mungai, but yes, Njenga Mungai, yes, it's Njenga Mungai. No, there is Njenga Karume, so those names are sometimes confusing. So, by Njenga Mungai living out his own, from his own community from Mount Kenya, regard Gachagua, and trying or joining Fred Okengo Matiang'i, it means there are some aspects, there are some characters, some traits, character traits in Fred Okengo Matiang'i in which we outsiders cannot be able to see. Maybe I can read what one of our viewers has written. That is Peter Mukang'u. Thank you, Peter Mukang'u, a small creator gatherer. Peter Mukang'u is a small creator gatherer, and he's saying that you are doing an amazing job. I have a channel doing political analysis. Give me a shout out too. Mukang'u, probably you can drop the name of your channel and I will join in. Whenever I see you, either you are live, I always give my comments on those topics that you analyze. And kindly, if you are new to our channel here, kindly subscribe so that wherever we produce another video, YouTube will automatically notify you. What is your take on this topic? Can one say that Uhuru Kenyatta is not actively involved in the politics? And yesterday we even saw a partner Mwamba endorsing Matiang'i. Today we have seen Matiang'i endorsing Matiang'i. Matiang'i may not be a member of parliament today for Moro, but he has got every information on his fingertips, and not just the Moro constituents but the entire Nakuru region. Therefore, when Matiang'i meets such a person, he needs information, and the information is power. Okay, in political science, we have about 12 aspects that may make one to propel in politics. One of them is information, and another one is a strategic position. When we talk of information here, by Matiang'i getting this man by the name Njenga Mungai, is assured of getting information or getting the routes, the panya routes that he can navigate, he can use to navigate the entire Mount Kenya region from the side of Nakuru. Remember, there is a context between Rigathi Gachagua, Fred Okengo Matiang'i, Eugene Wamalwa, and Kalonzo Musyoka. The individuals have given themselves a duty to go and harvest for voters, and then one time they will come together and ask one another, what do you have? What do you have on the table? Yes, from your home you have this, and elsewhere you have this. Do you think you will deliver? So this will make Fred Okengo Matiang'i, once in the future they meet with his colleagues, then he will be able to say that you see, from Nakuru I have this and this constituency, in the entire Moro constituency I command. Even names, yes, I know them by name. Kuresoi the same, Bahati constituency the same. So that is now what they are rushing at, and the information that he can get from this man will assist him, he will give him the routes where to step in the entire Nakuru. And through that, he will become competitive. There's some arrangements that I have seen in the united opposition. It appears that the united opposition are dividing themselves into three. One of them, led by Rigathi Gachagua and his debut, Cleophas Malala. The other one is led by Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka and Eugene Wamalwa, while the other one also is led by Matiang'i and the Trans Nzoia governor, George Natembeya. So, according to my observation and what I have observed, more especially from the time they went to the western part of Kenya, it appears that they have grouped themselves into three. And within the three, they have instructed within themselves to go and look for votes, such that one time, when a time comes, they will sit and decide on what to do. And these are actually the words of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta did say that this is not the time to unite. This is the time for you opposition leaders to look for voters. And then when the time is ready, you can unite. Because uniting at this moment, it is like calling for trouble to yourselves. You cannot underrate a sitting government because of the machineries that are on his hand. If they just dare to unite anytime soon, their unity will turn into the Tower of Babel. They will not agree, because spies, malls will be planted within that unity, and in anything that they will want to stand for, there will be divisions, and divisions that will go in 1.5 years will not bear any fruits. So it is better they work in different groups, and then one time they work in different groups, they can differ on principle, but when time is ready, because there is one thing that Rigathi Gachagua keeps on saying, of which to me I also believe it is true. Rigathi Gachagua normally says that the opposition has no otherwise than to unite, because they are not there by chance. The moment they declared, they vote for us, and the followers are there to make sure they unite. It's actually like what the citizens or the public, their supporters, will be waiting to see the white smoke, just similar to what the popes do. They'll tell them, go to that house and then give us not tongue twisters, but tell us whom to support. Because if they cannot do that, William Samoei Ruto will crush them into pieces within a day. So the only way to do is to unite, and they have to tell their supporters that they have to prepare their supporters that it's only one person. It can be me or the others, so that when one is not given that top position, the supporters are prepared that within these 5 people, any one of them can take the top position. By preparing them like that, supporters will not force you that that why have they denied you the top position. But again, the arrangements, in case they win, should be in a way that it will deliver, because as things stand today, Kenyans are so impatient. Kenyans want truthfulness, honesty from their leaders. So those are the few remarks I can give in relation to Fred Okengo Matiang'i's tour to Warufaga, that is Elbagon. Thank you. Probably we are watching this channel for the first time. This is Machuka Nyarieko TV talk show, where we analyze political issues, political phenomenon, and we explain why politicians behave in a given manner. Thank you. Subscribe so that we meet again and again. Have a pleasant night.